Okay, right. Hello, my friends. Today, after that terror. What the fuck? Okay. Anyway, today, after the absolutely terrible PlanetSide 2, I decided that we are going to play Need for Speed Heat. And we are going to make the police suffer. So, if you don't know, in the very lowest levels of the game, when you have slow cars, you get stuck dealing with police, and they're a pain in the ass. Like a big pain in the ass, right? And to deal with them is a shit fest, because they're almost unescapable. So what I propose is that we go out at night and do our best to get into the highest pursuit possible. So, in a minute, what I'm going to do is, this is the car we'll be using. This is my Subaru BRZ, the first of two that I have. This is the first one I bought, and I've basically maxed it as high as it can go for now, because I've got to get the ultimate parts, but to do that you need to go out and do some more night racing, because they can only be unlocked there. But what I do have is a bunch of cars, like the two pre-order Evos. This beauty, you'll probably remember it from Most Wanted. A Subaru WRX, which let's be honest, I'm not really using it at all. A Mazda RX-7 that I don't use. Mitsubishi Evo 2 from my pre-order. My 370Z that I used very early on before I got my BRZ. My second BRZ, which I think looks really cool. Yep. BMW i8 Coupe, or Coupe, depending on how you want to pronounce that. The Nissan 180SX, the first car that you can get, or one of the first few. A Nissan GTR, which I'm currently building, and a Mitsubishi Lancer Evo. Again, except this one I actually bought and am currently working on. I think the GTR is one of my best looking cars that I have, for obvious reasons, of course, namely the gold. Anyway, we're going to be using this beauty. Let's start her up, just so you can get an idea of what we're dealing with. So, the current engine, 913 horsepower. I have a couple of other engines. This is my stock engine that came with the car, but is horribly underpowered now. And basically, I bought the highest engine I could, which is the 599 horsepower flat 6. And then basically built on it from there. And I'm currently trying to get the ultimate parts. So, yeah. We're working on it. So, right now, this is what we're dealing with. As far as customization goes, you can see for yourself that the car is silver, decals, rims, and a whole bunch of attitude. Alright, let's get out there. So, instead of going for bank, we're going for night races. And I am preparing something necessary for this. Just give me a moment. Alright.
What do you say we go hunting around the city? See what new races these league privileges get us.
For the feck's sake, shut the fork up.
Hey, it's Wayne. I got something lined up if you're interested.
These people just don't shut up. Like, can you seriously?
Proper track this time. No warm-ups.
All right, well, we're out here at night. Night races to do. Let's take a look. So you don't actually earn that much rep from racing at night. When it comes to your old races, it's all about these bigger races. Some of my favorites are the ones that are up here, of course. Like Qubit. Qubit's a great one to do. But we want to get as much heat as possible very quickly, because the aim is to make the police suffer. Let me just change some audio settings real quick, because that is loud as shit and I cannot hear myself talk, and that'll fuck me up. Okay, that's better. Right, let's go. So this car is mostly built for road, so taking it off-road, bad idea. Very, very bad idea. In fact, it basically stalls when it goes off-road. You cannot climb hills in this thing because it will never find grip. Anyway, let's get right into it. Okay, alrighty, let's do it. Ultra sharp. This race is easy. Quick shot of nitrous to get us off the line, and boom, we're out in front. Now the thing about this car, it's got great high speed. It's optimized for high-speed sprint racing. It can do well in circuits, but my second BRZ does a lot better because of the less powerful engine and the fact that it can slide a bit more. Correct myself there. Alright, so here's a pretty interesting turn. Give it a bit of sliding action, and onwards we go. That officer's gonna catch the back of the pack. Yes, that's interesting quirk about the police. They actually go after other street races. Something that you don't normally find in games like this. But for realism's sake, they had to do it. Alright, that's the first of much rep to earn. And because of how high leveled I am, we're already heat level 2. And that means that we're going to have to do more. Ooh, this is a new race I haven't done before. Let's go do that. 45,000 rep. Nothing wrong with that. Of course, it will be pretty difficult because of the opponents we're going to be facing, but that is a worthwhile sacrifice. Something you can be sure of is police. They won't go down without a fight at all. Police are relentless. However, this car is built to outrun them a lot. Alright, here we are, Discovery A. Let's do this race. Alright, this will be interesting. got Lambos, Audis, Mercedes, name it, we got it. That's an interesting graphical glitch there. Also, this game has a very bad habit of crashing. Very bad crashes. I'm talking shut down your system kind of crashes, so just be prepared for the moment that the stream suddenly goes offline. If it does. Right, we gotta watch out for oncoming traffic. That's the real threat here. Actually, all traffic is really the obstacle. Police, least of your worries. It's actually the oncoming that's the worst. Especially as you go into the country where the roads are much more narrow and very twisty. Like here it's okay, because this is like a highway, freeway, motorway. The moment that you get onto those narrow country roads, the game instantly becomes more harder because you gotta watch how you damage your car, because you can only repair 3 times a night. Looks like we're about to get into our first pursuit here. Maybe not. We got lucky and snuck past. The other races might not be so lucky. Okay. So you'll notice that I hold off on using the nitrous. That's because I like to save it in case I crash. And the fact that it's a 15 litre tank, or 15 ounce tank, no, not ounce, fucking whatever the American conversion is for litres, but like 15 litre tank, right? Basically means that if I use this while I'm going really fast, I'm gone. It's very hard to control this BRZ if I use that. It's already hard enough to control this thing as is. Sometimes I have to actually slow myself down in order to regain control. Ooh, Millennium F high heat race. That's Discovery B. Where is that high heat race? It's down here somewhere. That is a very hard road to get past because we're gonna run into police along the way. We're heat level 3, so it'll be a slight challenge. Not worried about the police. I'm worried more so about damaging my car because this thing goes fast enough to that where even the smallest cars can cause high amounts of damage, and that ain't good. Also, this game is like Pac-Man. You've got to really watch out for police because if they find you, you're in for a wild ride. Man, I hate that. Sometimes cars will just stop in the middle of the intersection for no reason. And if you're going too fast, you won't be able to actually avoid it, so you've always got to watch out for that. See? Jesus Christ.
spreads out to sweep the area.
Uh-oh. Yeah, that's something that happens if you do a speed trap. Police will come after you, so gotta watch out for that. Now you can avoid them, or you can go through them quick enough that they don't actually cause that much of a problem. Right, we're still golden. There are no police around here, right? Doesn't look like it. Oh shit. Thankfully those small cars, whenever you hit them, they don't damage you so much. Okay, there's an officer just sitting there, so we're gonna go the long route behind him. See, it's all about thinking tactically at night. You gotta be careful because police are trolls. Right, Millennium F, let's do it. Our reward. Elite. Not great, but I guess any part's a good part, so... Alright, let's just go straight into this. Alright. Basically, if you don't know, elite races are a whole bunch of bullshit. Well, high heat races. And that's because all the opponents have the same performance level as you. So you could have a real fast car, but it's gonna be a fucking shit fest. Shit. I didn't crash him, that guy did. And as you can see, these races are difficult. Not so in the sense that they're hard, but the fact that they're very fast paced. A lot of the time they end up going onto the narrow streets, so... Oh. Oh shit, I hit the nitrous.
Look what we got here. I'm seeing the vehicle we chased earlier.
Suspect from before is reappeared. I want all available units.
Okay, the police aren't the issue here, it's maintaining good pace. You're gonna want to have good pace on these straight roads because they always have high performance cars, and those high performance cars can catch you in an instant.
I want everybody back on this driver ASAP. Don't let him get away again.
Okay, we're gonna have to hit the nitrous. So I took a bit of damage there. Most of that came from hitting the truck, so you want to avoid the big vehicles. If you're going to hit anything, hit the smaller ones at slower speeds. Alright. So, we got those parts, right? And I don't know what exactly you do. Just give me a sec to Google this. Alright, so apparently the volatile parts, if you get busted while you have them on you, the police just basically take that from you and you can't get it back. So either we go to the garage, we have heat level 4, I'm pretty sure, maybe 5 soon. Okay, we have 4 right now, so basically if we go to the garage, store this, then come back out and do more night runs, we should be alright, but I think we need heat level 5 and shit. Anyway, there's a lot of police and we need to get out of this area. Let's go to anywhere but there. Let's go down, let's go back towards downtown. Let's go do this again. Actually, you know what? I'd rather keep this part. So what we're gonna do is, even though it's not an ultimate, I'm gonna go store this because I can use it on one of my other vehicles, probably the GTR. So we're just gonna store that real quick.
You are lighting up the night.
I got about $46,000 from that. Leveling up ain't too hard, really. It's not so much about leveling up, it's just about going out there getting these parts now.
All this time and you never bring us back donuts or pizza or nothing.
So I got an elite clutch, I think. I've already got an elite plus clutch, so it doesn't change too much for me. So let's just go back out. So volatile parts are basically just parts that you win for completing high heat races, although it's probably not worth doing the low heat ones because they only reward you with shit parts. Well, they're not shit, but they're not that great. What the f... Why is that such... Okay, well, we're doing that. This rewards a massive amount of rep. 34,000 is almost unheard of. After this, if bad shit happens and we lose all our money, I'll bring out the other BRZ and we can go do some day races. Because I know some good ones that very much cater towards that BRZ. But for now, we gotta do this. So you'll notice that my BRZ actually starts off quite slow because of the acceleration. And that's because the acceleration is actually quite slow. But because I have a turbocharger, my high-end speed is massive. And usually it ends up putting me ahead of even the fastest Lambos that you can buy in the game preset. So right now we're at about top speed. 235 is about the top speed. That's without using nitrous, by the way. Yeah, I just need to slow down real quick and get my bearings again. Oh, we're about to get into pursuit here.
Control, I got eyes on something real nice. In pursuit.
Primary, can you provide me with an update on the subject's vehicle?
They got themselves a Subaru BRZ Premium.
Too slow, suckers.
Got one of our guys in a pursuit.
Yeah, that's usually how low-level pursuits are for me now. The speed of my car is just too great for them to handle. And I usually end up just shooting past them and escaping basically instantly. The higher up it goes, the difficult it is. The more difficult it is to actually do that. But at lower pursuit levels, maybe 1 through 3, that's just the way it is. Right, that was it. That's a heat level 3. It doesn't give us so much. What's the event like? It looks like fun though, so let's go do that. Careful of that officer over there. You already know he's gonna go straight, so we're gonna have to zoom straight past him. Oh wait, nope. Looks like he's made a turn for the worse. Alright, let's go over here. The garage is right there.
Screw it, let him go. Don't be surprised if you see that on your social media feed in the morning.
Damn it, we ain't gonna find them if we stop looking.
Suckers. Too slow. You'll never catch me. But yeah, that's how it is. Very early on I was already worried about the police difficulty because in my first pursuit I got absolutely destroyed by the police. They were relentless, but now I don't fear it as much. Alright. It's funny, it usually ends up putting me against McLaren P1s and shit. That's just how fast this BRZ actually is. And yeah, they're AI, so odds are they don't know how to drive it, but drive their super fast cars, but I do, so. Get the fuck out of the way. Oh my god. Well, we're not gonna win that high level race. That was just bad luck, that, so we're gonna quit that. We don't get that bonus rep and money, but what we do get is a chance to get into a pursuit finally.
Copy that.
So they threw out some road spikes. Alright then. Be my guest. Now we're gonna start to pull away.
Be advised, we're deploying spike strips in the city.
Doc, calm down now. I got this. I said back up, not back up. I see the car and its dipshit driver.
No need for hostilities, my friend.
Sweet, found the subject.
Like how they say subject instead of suspect.
Got eyes on the target vehicle.
That's pull a 180. Okay, that didn't work out very well. Can't bust what you can't get, friends.
I want to send this dipshit spinning in circles. Can't let him get away.
What's taking so damn long?
No, we didn't get it done yet. This chase is annoying. Get the crew here ASAP.
We don't have
That's why I hate the narrow roads. I should be able to escape if all this traffic wasn't actually here. I don't understand why there's so much more traffic at night than in the day. Even if you drive these roads during the day, there isn't this much traffic and it's ridiculous.
Put your tire shredders ahead of your position. Ought to slow them down.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Suspect located.
They've got cars better suited to off-road than I do, so they're gonna get ahead of me.
Doc, calm down now. I got this. It's like I give a damn about scratch paint. That side swipe is so cool. Come on, it's like I'm doing this all alone.
All of your units are busy, so step it up.
You're only gonna hurt yourself if you keep doing that.
Yeah, I'm willing to admit that I lost, but I don't want to lose that bank because I'm building a car. So that pursuit was very bad. Like, not bad in terms of like the actual trying to escape part. Well, I made some pretty bad choices getting onto narrow roads. You actually want to get onto highways. That's where you're going to escape. But definitely one of the biggest problems is actually just when it starts. Like, they start pursuits at some of the stupidest times. Like right there you saw we were in the middle of the race, but as soon as you enter a cop's field of vision, they stop chasing the AI races and start targeting you, and I don't know why. They just do that, and it's, I don't know, stupid, but I guess, well, we got more shit to do, so let's do it. I actually lost some of that money I gained. Jesus. Although it's probably better that we actually lost that. Right, well, let's focus on building our heat again. All we need to do, really, is do races with slower opponents and just build it. Since I don't unlock any parts and only unlock cars, and they're all high-end performance cars, which I don't really like, mainly for the fact that they're basically a cheap way of having high power. So it's more about building heat and unlocking those ultimate parts so that I can actually make a Lambo killer with one of the cheapest cars you can buy in the game. And yes, this thing is really cheap to buy. This thing costs like nothing at all once you actually have the rep to buy it. Problem is the money you're going to be spending on it, and that's where come in. See, when you buy a Lambo, you're buying basically all of the upgrades you can put in things like this, but already in the car. When you're buying this, you actually have to build your car, and that's why I like buying these low-end performance cars. Because they usually feel more rewarding once you actually build a nice one and start to go take on tough opponents with it and start winning. Well, there's basically no reason for me to worry about losing now. That's one of my favorite songs. Hold on, let me turn the music up just a little bit. I know that it's copyright, but I don't give a shit. YouTube can take this down if they want. Unless event music is off. Let's see. Winx was the race we were doing, but that ultimately backfired, and now we're up shit creek, really. That's basically the only way I can describe this. Does it mute the music if, well, I mean, there's master volume and then there's actual music master volume. That's Winx. The cop's coming. Oh, you know what? We can do it. Get there basically as the cop does. Well, that backfired, but... Sorry, pal. I didn't plan on pulling over. That's the only thing you probably want to hate.
The officer's in a pursuit. Get in on the fun before it's over.
Can't see the car or driver. I got nothing.
Get your brooms out and sweep the area.
Alright, that's done. I took a small amount of damage, like a tiny amount, but it adds up. And you really don't want any damage at all, to be honest. So yeah, we're just gonna do this race. Looks like we're versing slightly above average people. Hell out of the way, Vigor. Oh, for fuck. See, that's what I mean. They just stop in the fucking middle of the road, and I don't understand what kind of AI that they would have that lets them do that type of shit. Oh, no. Oh, that's the worst part about this. Once you start hitting one car, you start hitting them all. fine if I could put Eurobeat on in the background, but Spotify doesn't work. Not while I'm streaming. Yikes. Shit, this is a circuit race? I thought this was just your run-of-the-mill fucking sprint race. Sprint races are my favorite, mainly because of Midnight Club, which had more of those than basically any other race type, and I really like that. One of my repairs. No, it's kind of stupid to use a repair like that, but I'd rather have full health and have it add up over time. I don't mind the fact that you actually have a health bar. Actually alright. Oh fuck.
Info here. What kind of vehicle are we after tonight?
It's a Subaru BRZ Premium.
Okay, y'all, we have an officer.
Too slow.
Jawbreakers dealing with a lawbreaker. Get moving, everyone.
Alright. Hate those little crevices in the road. Usually end up throwing you off. Here we go. Good finisher. By what it looks like, crashing through small obstacles like that actually doesn't damage your vehicle too much. Alright then. The reason why I don't like circuit races at night is because you often run around in circles instead of going in one favorable direction. Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah, but you go in circles instead of actually being on constant run from police. So police are often always around the area. If you get into a pursuit and they never leave, so circuit races become a recipe for disaster at high heat levels, and you should always avoid them. Even at low levels, it's better to avoid them than to get caught up in them. Go away, Carlos, please. Ooh. I hate hitting cars in this game. I don't even care if they're big or small. They're always just panic with every hit. I don't care if my car gets scuffed. It's just I want it to be able to drive in case you get into a pursuit. Thankfully, hitting small obstacles doesn't damage your car. So that's stuff like trees, posts, lamp posts, electrical poles, basically all of the small items on the side of the road. God, I hate those crests because my car is so powerful that when it goes off over the top, it becomes a disaster.
Did they really think we wouldn't recognize them again? They're wrong about that.
Everyone's still awake? Good. Picked up our chase from the previous suspect. Get in there.
The music in this game will never be good as the music in Most Wanted when it comes to police chases. This music in Most Wanted is just a masterpiece. It's in a league of its own. Fucking hell, another officer, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Let's go. I'm just gonna get out of here.
Hey, how's it going? The scanner's blowing up here. Someone's on a mission to piss off the cops.
Yeah, cool. I'm glad that you think that me being a pain in the ass is good. Alright. Let's go for... not that one. Go for this one. Yeah, okay, let's go for that one. That takes us back the way we just came, basically. And it leads up to here. But as long as it's a sprint race and I'm on the move, I don't care. I just don't want to be sitting still because these are just fucking stupid in this game. That's all I'll say. I want to just park up here and get this going. All right. As much as I like this song, it's not the one that I want to hear right now. Yeah, okay, here we go, Hive. Hive's a good one to have on for these types of races. Join that party in a sec. Get my friends involved. Might be switching to Planet Side 2 soon, that means. For now, heat races. man, those crests are just a freaking disaster. That bloody thing. Out of the way, scum. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Why? They just sit there and drive so slowly. I know they're AI, I know they're obstacles, but they're just so damn annoying. Look at that shit. And heat level 4, here we go. Just a moment. Okay. Yeah, it's me.
What faction?
I'm not on any faction right now, I was streaming Need for Speed Heat while I waited.
I'm gonna look at the content that's in there right now.
I'll join in a moment, I just gotta get back to the garage first to bank all this rep that I earned.
Yes, let me just throw my rep in the bank. Makes complete sense.
Dude, it's a fucking disaster. I almost got busted, but I actually quit the game. Just so that I could save my money. Because I don't want to lose it all, because I'm actually trying to build a very fast car, basically in the background, while I do all my night runs to get...
Nobody's side camping. Like, there's no fights going on anywhere else other than the center. Oh, one guy showed up at Scarred Mesa's guy now.
They're in Scarred Mesa.
There's one dude there. They're all around the center.
Scarred Mesa. Great.
So they're playing 2 games at once. Space Engineers. And,
I'm just talking to myself to make my stream that much more interesting. Because I think YouTube uploads them anyway, so... Just in case... Yeah, I know. I'm gonna get rid of that other Planet Side 2 one that I did earlier. That one's a disaster. It's not that I got wrecked that's the problem, it's just the simple fact that there were so many goddamn Terrans there, and they're all high-level Terrans too. They're the type of Terrans that you don't see during the day when all of the other factions are active, only at night when there's no one on.
Yeah. Let me just double check my aim.
Yeah, I gotta get good again because my aim's shit. But hopefully that'll be fine. Anyway, I'll end the Heat stream there and switch to Planet Side 2.
Bro, it's your computer. What, Space Engineers?